Wheel steering, 32 mpg fuel efficiency, 7 surrounding airbags, symmetrical all-wheel driving, and I wonder if your parents took all of this into consideration as they guided me off the dealership lot for the very first time, except that they weren't parents then and you weren't here yet. And though I didn't know quite what a baby was, I could tell by the exaggerated swell of your mother's stomach that I was now responsible for something truly great, the transportation of a human being not yet alive, but on the night you are born. As your father guides me down winding roads in the darkness before the dawn breaks, I listen as your mother cries in pain, agonized, the trauma of new life being born, and I find myself just as terrified as she is, and I hope it doesn't show. Hope they don't see a slight tremble in my headlights trying to illuminate a path for you. Hope they can't feel the shaking in my steel frame as we pull into the hospital parking lot. And I know I'm not designed to be fearful, but it does not stop me from worrying as I sit for 2 days. But then, here you are, carefully loaded into my back seat and strapped in twice, you, so bright and shiny, swaddled in your tiny clothes, and as your father guides me, almost crawling through the city streets, I understand why your parents chose me over all others to be your carriage into this new life, you, my greatest passenger, barely 3 days old, year 1. Your father and I take you on more 3 a.m. car rides than he will ever admit to. You are a fussy child, year 2. Year 3, year 4, year 5, on your first day of school, you can't stop talking about how much you love your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack and your Scooby-Doo pencil case. And I could listen to you rambling all day long, but we pull up to the school building and you're gone. Does your mother feel the emptiness too, the quiet as we drive home alone, year 6, 7, 8, 9, you break your ankle in a soccer game, and your mom is grateful for stone-and-go seating for your crutches, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, your dad lets you take my wheel in an empty school parking lot, and I can't tell who is more nervous, you or me, but you do just fine. Carefully backing in and out of designated parking spaces, making slow but clean right and left-hand turns. A couple more Saturdays of this and you'll be ready for your license test. But I most certainly will not be. And you nail the test, of course you do. Your mom still won't let you drive, and I agree. 17. You are now allowed to do minimal driving. I become very familiar with the route to the mall, or rather to Jenny's house, and then to Ronnie's house, and then to Brandon's house, and then to the mall. I still cannot fathom my keys in your hands, but I will do my best to help you, though I'm only as safe as the person behind my controls, so just remember that when merging, okay? And wear your seatbelt. Still 17. It's prom night. And after pictures of you and your shining date have been taken on the front porch, I watch your father press my keys flat into your palm. This is farther than you've ever driven before. Are you sure you want to do this? But soon we're off down a familiar path to Jenny's house and then to Brandon's house, accommodating space for dates, each clambering carefully inside, mindful of heels and dress hems and hair-sprayed curls. But we are a quarter of the way to prom when one of the boys pulls from his bag a can. And I know what it is as soon as he pops the tab. It smells the same as your father does when your mom won't let him guide me home from family gatherings. He should not have that. That boy should not have that. He should not be passing similar cans to everyone else, and he certainly should not be handing one to you. And I see you hesitate. You consider your options. Remember the example that has been set for you. What would your mother say? But they're pestering you, like, go on, take it. Aren't you cool? Aren't you cool? Isn't this what the cool kids do? Isn't this what your friends do? Isn't this what your date does? And I know you know how this ends, so what will you do? Evidently what you do is take the can. I know you know how this ends, so why do you take 2 more before we even get to prom? 17. After prom, when the night is over, you are 17 minutes away from home when you swerve too far to the right in your drunken stupor, and neither of us have ample time to stop, my hood crumpling like a tin can as it collides with the concrete construction barrier, all 7 airbags deploying simultaneously. Though your forward momentum cannot be stopped, as you are ejected through my front windshield like a bullet to the brain. You weren't wearing your seatbelt, and I do not need to hear the screaming or see your body hit the tree you to know that it does, and that you are gone. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Someone passing by has called 911. I hear the approaching sirens, the wails of the ambulances crying, not again, not another dead child in the street. We are not hearses. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Everyone is calling your name now. Red and blue lights reflecting off their faces. My destroyed windshield. 7, 6, I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When your parents drove me off the dealership lot that first day, is this what they envisioned you'd need me for? To be your afterlife chariot? I am only as safe as the person behind my controls. There is only so much that I can do. I hope they'll tell your mother that I did my best, the best I possibly could, that I loved you as she did, and I have carried you for the last time from the cradle to the grave.
Wow.